so for reading comprehension, that's also a section that I suffer a lot from the time pressure on. So English is not my first language, and so it took me a long time to really, get improved on like doing reading comprehension. Like I was scoring like constantly around like 10. Like no, I was like getting like 10 or 12 wrong in one section, but then now like it came down to like 0 to 4. But then I usually spend like 3 to 5 minutes on a passage, and most of the times I get through questions really quickly because I spent enough time on the passage. But however, like when the questions are also really lengthy and difficult, it took me a long time to get through, especially the difficult questions would ask you like, oh, like how to strengthen this author's reasoning in a certain paragraph, or what is the analogy, like which one of the following answer choices is an analogy of like for example like something in a passage. I always have a hard time on answering those questions. It always took me like 2.5 minutes on like doing these questions, and like 60% of the time I would get it right, but 40% of the time I would get it wrong. So I don't know if you have any suggestions on that.
Sure. What's your reading comp approach like?
Yeah, so I would read the passage first, and I don't underline a lot because so my approach is really coming down to, how to comprehend a passage, like, in the best way, where like, I would try to piece the information in a logically coherent order, because I know like a lot of times they try to like jumble like the information, or they put the information in a disorderly way. And to me, it was just really important to use my own language to make it in a logical order. Like, oh, what is the premises, or what is the evidence, and then what is the author trying to prove, trying to say. And that really helped me a lot. And also, like, I watched your videos on, reading comprehension. And you mentioned that, like, you had to dig deeper in all the details so that you can notice all the nuances. But, I was following that. But, like, I was just also, like, thinking, like, how do you, like, dig deeper while not losing yourself in all the details?
Yeah. So it's about what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
You may have heard me talk about reading for structure.
Yes.
So when I'm looking to read for structure, I'm looking for the indications of the author's opinion, or different viewpoints that are being presented, and who's advocating those viewpoints or opinions, if any.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of also similar to what I was doing, because, by using my own language, I was like pointing out the logical structure behind, this whole passage. But then, like, I just, like, sometimes I would just lose myself, like, in all the details. And also, like, for those analogy questions, you really gotta, like, learn, like, what is the structure behind it, and you find a similar structure in the answer choice. So, like, what is your suggestion on, like, how to practice, like, looking for the right things in the passage?
I would think about the passage like a big logical reasoning stimulus, or actually like several, because obviously it's a lot more words. You're looking to think about, why did the author include this here? What point were they trying to communicate? So a lot of times in reading comp, they'll ask about the role of the statement. Why is this sentence in the beginning of paragraph 2? The author includes this for what function? What function is it serving? Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.